Yokoso! Japanese Quest へ Welcome to Japanese Quest. 僕の名よ、猫。猫の theme song. That was a theme song by Griffin the cat, our mascot on Japanese Quest. Let's jump into the game. Let us begin. The game, of course, Xenoblade 2. Just the cutscenes, full Japanese. Let's jump in. Let's look at the comments, though. Anime Senpai, konnichiwa, and thank you for the bits. Jubito, arigato. And Kitkato, konbanwa. Anthony Mon, konnichiwa, genki. And Nyan, yeah, that is the theme song. It is ever changing, and it is Griffin's idea, Griffin the cat, so blame him. Anyway, let's start. Jump into the game. I am Akira Sensei, I'm a Japanese teacher, and today we will hopefully learn more Japanese from Japanese games. As you can see at the bottom, we have words that we've learned so far at the bottom. You can see down here, words like genki, we might have said earlier. We keep buffering for you. That seems not good. Hopefully that will change. So the goal is to find some new words today, find some new sentences as well, and to break them down, and to hopefully in the process learn some grammar, learn some Japanese vocab, and to make our power level go up in Japanese. That's the kind of metric we use in Japanese Quest. As we find more words, our power level goes up. Right now, power level is 1031. 戦闘力は1031ですね。さあ、一緒に日本語で強くなりましょう。Let's go. So Energy Panther said it's good on my end. Well, that's good. Hopefully it's good on someone else's end. Let's continue. So we are at the brink of war. That's what this phrase here means. Kirareta Hibuta. Let's look that word up. Kind of a weird word, probably not one you need to know. But if you look at the kanji for it, fire and lid. So what's a fire lid? The answer, it's like the apron of a gun or the cover for like a touch hole on a cannon. And so when you say kirareta hibuta, it kind of means the guns have been fired. War is beginning. Sam in Finland. Hello, hello, konnichiwa. So let's begin. That is not a word we'll be adding to our power level. It's a very random word that, in fact, I hadn't really seen much until today. So let's start. Yosh. Minna. Saikin. Do. How is everyone doing recently? Good to see you. Yeah. 大丈夫かな? Whoops. Did not try to write. I did a red kind of line just as he cut someone for some reason. Studying 3D modeling. Very cool. So even though it's been hundreds of years, these weapons, these are kind of weaponized titans or weaponized like tiny continents, and they still have not decayed after all these years. It's pretty amazing, he's saying. He's about to hijack one. Did you like the webcomic I sent you on Discord? I'm not entirely sure which webcomic you're referring to, but I'm going to say probably yes, because everything on our Discord I pretty much liked. The cat. Sumimasen. At the moment I'm not remembering it. But I'm going to say yes. gomenne, but anything involving cats is always good. I've seen so many things involving cats that they're probably getting mixed in my brain as I'm trying to also translate Japanese. So sometimes my recall level is probably below what it normally is. I do apologize. Okay, so I think he said before this is using like the man-eater technology that's like been perfected, and he's right now commandeering a weapon. So what he's trying to do is take over this kind of warship and start a war with it. And he's saying, don't fight humans, just accept your fate. Okay, so this is getting into the psychology of this main villain in this game. Shin is the main villain we're seeing, and he's remembering back in the day, this was his driver. And they had a very close relationship. And she's saying her final words, you can kind of tell here. So sorry for troubling you. We start to see what's driving him to wanting to start this war and wipe out humanity, because he used to be a friend to humanity and a pacifist. He didn't want to fight anyone. Samu, Finland, it's been a while. Now a little. Yeah, I kind of do remember if it's been longer ago, but I don't remember exactly the details of it. So he took over this ship. Daijobu kana? We say the word daijobu. Is it going to be okay? Probably not. Daijobu janai.
So, わかりました。
Understood.
昨夜非公式にローデリヒ議員がアーケディアに
Okay. So, some sentences like this you might find really confusing, possibly, well, maybe impossible to unpack. It always helps to start with something that might be more familiar. Like, just the first word gives you a sense of where the sentence is going to happen. Sakuya, she said, so this means last night. And now some of these words are a little more rare, like this word here. So koshiki means official. So hikoshiki means so unofficially. This character here, he's kind of like a congressman or a member of parliament. His name is Roderihi. He unofficially arrived here in the holy capital, which is strange. He's not supposed to be here. Shin's name is kind of similar in English. Yeah, a lot of them they changed completely, but Shin's, I'm glad they kept mostly the same.
入られたそうです。ご存知でした？
Did you know that?
いや、陛下からは何も聞かさ
No, I didn't hear anything from His Majesty.
れていないが、今自分何用でここに
So why would he come here now? I don't think it's just for some kind of pilgrimage. Junle, this word here, means pilgrimage. I don't think he's just here for religious reasons.
ただの巡礼とも思えんが。
テンペランティアでの発掘調査、あれの関
So could it be somehow related to the excavation? The excavation kind of check that he's doing on Temperantia? Because he wants resources there. Morag's voice is so different in Japanese. How so? What about it is different? And by the way, Morag is... Which one again?
係では
以前、陛下が懸念されて
You mean the thing that the emperor was worried about?
いた件か。もしそう
Morag, so how is her voice so different?
だとすれば、目的は法
So if that is the case, if it's related to that, then perhaps he's wanting to make some preparations with the holy capital here.
王朝への根回しローデリ姫
Her voice is less masculine in English. Ah. Neko. Kawaii ne. Neko no namae wa Griffin. Griffin. Okay, here we go. Ikuzo. Ah, rapid fire, konnichiwa. 아부네. That's looks painful. So sorry everyone, we have an emergency situation. I've been well. And I see that from your Twitter, Rapid Fire, you've been studying English. How is your English studying going? How are your studies coming along? So please come to the audience chamber. By the way, Rapid Fire, I think I saw you tweet that today. How have you been? And then the translation was in Japanese, Saikin do. Like, how have you been recently? I found that to be a useful tweet. I bet people on this channel might find it useful as well. So check out Rapid Fire. They've got a Twitter. You might find some useful phrases like, how have you been in Japanese? Like, Saikin means recently. Do means how. So if you can just say, like, Saikin do. How have you been recently? So check out Rapid Fire. If you look at their channel, you can probably find a link to their Twitter as well. Another streamer here. Recommend following them. Okay, so let's continue. So war has started. And then the next scene, doyo suru Merufu. Which means this character, Merufu, is freaking out. Ben. Ben はちょっと説明することが難しいですね。ね。Difficult to explain. Let's see, where are we with... Yeah, 動揺. So doyo can be shaking, trembling, also can be upset, agitation, excitement, freaking out. So that's kind of right. She's kind of freaking out because this war is starting, and supposedly her country is the one starting the war, even though it's a manufactured war. It's a fake war. Yeah. Anyone know how to explain the word Ben to Rapid Fire? Rapid Fire is Japanese trying to learn English. It's kind of a confusing word to explain. I used to be a Japanese or an English teacher in Japan for 2 years. I would just say learn how it's used in lots of different contexts. You'll get used to how it's used. How have you been? Not an exact Japanese equivalent. Let's continue here. 言語は謎だね。でも謎だからこそ楽しいよ。It's fun because it's kind of a mystery. It's kind of why we're here.
先ほどスペルビアとインビディアの正常
Yeah, good suggestion from Sakerugumi. Maybe try playing games in English. True, if you play a lot of games, you do a lot of reading, you'll get used to words like that. Ben is very common, but a little strange to get used to, maybe. Okay, so they're talking now about the neutral zone. This is kind of some war lingo, so we're not going to translate everything word by word, but these two countries, Spedubia and Invidia, they are now just about to possibly go to war because there's some kind of activity in this neutral zone, this buffer region.
干渉域非武装が約束されていたはずの天
So it should be, this is an important word, yakusoku, promise. And so if putting in the past, the past passive form like this is saying it should have been promised that there should be no weapons in this region. It should be a neutral zone. But in this place, Temperantia, something has happened anyway. Samu says, I pretty much entirely learned English through games. Really? いいですね. Through video games and internet. Do you talk to anyone in English, Samu Finland, or is your speaking not as good as your reading and writing?
ペランティアで戦闘が開始されたとの報
But we received a report that the battle or aggressions have started.
を受けたスペルビアが大型のアルス兵器を
So Spedubia has used a big Titan warship or weapon
要しインビディアの駐屯地へと進
and has attacked or advanced through the Nvidia camp. My English pronunciation is absolutely horrible. なるほどね、発音は Yeah, pronunciation, 発音 in Japanese. Yeah, it simply takes a lot of practice and exposure, I feel like,
しているようなの
to
だ
native sources.
バカな
Bakana, that's ridiculous. So they're freaking out because this is their country that supposedly started this war.
今は両国の距離が最も接近する時期でもある
So this is also the time when those two countries are closest to each other. Remember, these countries have legs. They're moving around. So they're close. Maybe that's why.
我々が機会を待っていたと思
So are you saying we waited for the chance to attack when they're this close? So he's kind of implying maybe they did do this at a tactically useful time. So kikai, chance. Kikai o matsu, to wait for a chance to attack possibly.
申されますかありえません
It's ridiculous.
陛下の聖断なくして戦
So yeah, without the royal decree from the emperor, there will be no military action.
闘行為などと
確認する必要
Okay, so she's kind of bringing it back to sanity and saying, 確認する必要がありますね. So the important word here, 確認, confirming, and then 必要, necessary. One useful thing, even if your grammar, you don't know that much grammar, for example, rapid fire, even if you don't know the word ben, sometimes you don't need all the words. If you know the main nouns, confirm and necessary, just put those together. Confirmation is necessary. Everything else, in a sense, you don't need it to get the important message here. If you just look at the kanji here, kakunin, confirmation, hitsuyo, necessary, and that's what we need to figure out what the heck is going on.
がありますね
ああそうだな
That's right.
聖下急ぎ確認事態の収拾に努めます
Okay, so I need to quickly go and confirm and figure out this situation, deal with this situation.
失礼を。
お願いします。
法王様、俺たちは。
メルフ
And so us, what are we gonna do?
特別執権官の助力をお願いしたい。
Okay. So I hope that you might help out her with helping out.
構わないか
What
な
do you think?
断る理由はありません。
We have no reason to refuse.
私への気遣いも無用で。
Yeah, you don't have to worry about us.
そう言ってもらえるとありがたい。
Thank you for saying that.
急いでメレフを追いかけよう。
Okay, let's chase after her. It's time to stop a war. We got a comment from Samu Finland. Like, I can totally think of proper sentence structures in English and how to pronounce the words and speak sentences out loud. But when actual conversation in English, it's just hopeless stuttering. My Finnish accent rising to the surface. Yeah, it really seems like whatever part of language you want to be proficient in, whether it's writing, reading, listening, you need to do that every day for a significant amount of time. If you just do one, say just reading, the other things will not come so naturally. And probably the same if you just do reading or just do speaking. Reading might be that way. So what we always say here is whatever you want to do, try to do it every day. There is no Finnish accent, just us struggling to speak English. Naruhodo. Omoshiroi. Let's continue. Some good words you see at the bottom. Back when we were playing Xenoblade the first time, about a year ago. So who did that? Who moved the weapon? Our troops were not completely prepared. If we start the war now, we will. So he's saying, he's implying kind of that he probably wanted to start a war, but they're not ready yet. If they start a war now, they will lose. And now, Merufu is saying, what the hell is going on? This is the kind of senator or parliament member. So the special, whatever her title is, I forget what her title is in English, but the special council or whatever. Naze koko ni? Why are you here? A couple useful words. Naze, why? Koko, here. Put them together. Naze koko ni? Why are you here?
なぜここにテンペランティアでの発掘は陛下から中止が厳命されて
So the excavation on this Temperantia, it should have been ordered to be completely stopped.
いたはず。それを聞こうは陛下の命を破り
So you completely just broke the order of the emperor and started it up again. Why?
再開していたようだな。
Ah, yeah. Merufu is the name for this character. Okay, so this is the problem. And this is kind of the problem for why there might be war too. Shigen is the key word. Resources. The cause of many wars. Shigen wa sukunai. So sukunai means scarce. There are not a lot of resources. So because there are not many resources, he wants to go mine there, and maybe someone wants to make war. And he says the emperor doesn't understand that we where we live on that Titan, we're out of resources. So of course, it's not that he's doing these things for no reason. Of course, it's for what? Kuni no tameni. So for his country, he'll do anything, even if it's disobeying the emperor.
貴公の心情なぞどうでもいい。
I don't care what you think.
なぜインビディアに攻撃を仕掛けたのか。
I'm asking why did you attack NVIDIA?
聞いている。わしではない。
He said, it was not me. That was not my order. So, mere, order. You'll notice washi, he's using to refer to himself, often used for older males. For example, Darth Vader, when he tells Luke that he's his father, he says, Omae no chichi wa washi da! Washi, meaning, so I, Luke, I am your father, washi. But he's saying, washi de wanai. It's not me. I did not give the order.
わしは命令など下していない。わしとて元老院議員。開戦の聖断は陛下のものと心。
So I'm just an old council member. Starting the war can only come from the emperor. I know that. So desu yo ne. Yeah, Rabbit Fire here is saying there's lots of ways to refer to yourself. Lots of first-person pronouns in Japanese. Yeah, if you think about it in English, what do we have? You can say I. What else? I don't even remember English. But in Japanese, there's a lot. There's watashi, atashi, washi, ore, boku. Lots of different ones. I'm sure there's a lot more too that people could write if they want to. There's so many, it made my voice. Maybe need a drink of water, actually. My voice became hoarse, saying all the different ways to refer to yourself. Ah, Scar Brutal. Konnichiwa. Hello. Yeah, well, Rabbit Fire, you knew more than me. All I could think of was I. Did I get that Darth Vader quote wrong? Sorry about that. I think I had it right in Japanese, though. Omae no chichi wa washi da, Luke. I am your father. Or, no, I am your father. Either way.
ておる。
ならば誰が。
Konbanwa. So then who started the war?
メレ
なんだこの者たちは。無礼ではない
What? Who are you? This is rude.
か。
天の聖杯のドライバーだ。
This is the driver of the Aegis, the Holy Grail. We've been acting together recently.
今は私。
Let's break down some of the Japanese here. That's what we do in Japanese Quest. Anyone just joining, I'm a Japanese teacher. My name is Akira Sensei. So ima, now. So imawa, so now. Watashi to, so to in this case can mean with. So watashi, I. So with me. Ah, host to. Arigato, thanks for the host, Ribbit Fire. So watashi to, with me. And this is the important verb here. Kodo, action. So we're acting together. We're doing things together. Tomoni means together. So kodo o tomoni shiteru. This te iru means it's ongoing action. So we're currently, all of us here, acting together because we are in a role-playing game. We're all in the same party. We are acting together. What? I cannot erase this now? Okay, there it went. That was odd. Let us continue.
と行動を共にしている。
天の聖杯の。では、このし。
What? The Holy Grail, the Aegis. So that kono shonen. So kono means this. This boy, kono shonen ga uwasa no. So he's the rumored something. Uwasa here means rumor. So uwasa no. So he's like the rumored child. Something like that. or the rumored something or other.
少年が噂の。
噂のってなんだよ。
What do you mean the rumored? Am I really that famous?
俺ってそんなに有名なの？
あなたたちが引き倒した給水塔の修理費用いくらかかった？
How much do you think it cost when you knocked down like the repair fee for that the water tower you knocked down? So long ago in this game at this point we knocked this thing down when we fought them, and I guess it cost a lot. That's part of why we were so infamous now.
と思う？
あまりいい噂ではな。
So amari I uwasa. So I means good. Uwasa again means rumor. So a good rumor. Is it a good rumor? You can tell by his eyes. Probably not. It's not a good rumor. So I uwasa dewa nai or nasaso. So it's this so means it seems. So it seems like it's probably not a good rumor. This is similar to the face I've seen in some memes of Rex. With this kind of half eye look here.
さそうじゃな。
メレフ。やっぱりあんたたちが。
So Merufu, you guys are somehow related to this conflict, aren't you? So yappari. If you're in Japan, this is one of these words you'll hear all the time. But at least when I was in Japanese class, I didn't really learn it for my 2 years in college and high school. When you look it up, let's see what it says. It's a word that you don't really have in English. Yappari. So it's usually translated to something like as expected. But as you can see, there's a kind of range of meanings here. It can mean still, even so, a lot of quite a few different things. So you could appear to be saying it kind of shows some expectation of, so as expected, you guys are somehow related to this conflict here. Samu says, so part of the Japanese language is looking at the speaker's eyes. I think that's just part of language. Is picking up body language, visual cues, emotion. That's the part you don't even need words for.
関係しているのか？
ああ、不本意ながらそのようだ。
So fuhoni. So even though that's not what we wanted, it does look like we're somehow involved. So honi means like your true will. Fuhoni. Fu means the opposite. So fuhoni. Even if they don't want it, it does seem they are involved.
何が起きてるのか教えてくれ。
Please tell us what's happening.
まずいですね。
So that's not good.
両国が全面戦争にでもな
If it becomes a full war with both countries.
ったら、今はまずい。
So the senator here is saying right now would be bad. If we go to war now, we will lose.
今やれば我らは負ける。
どの道やる気やったんやろ。
But either way, you wanted to go to war, so you're kind of getting what you asked for. This is a pretty common Yoji Jukuko. And yeah, 4-character compound. Rabbit Fire has summoned a dragon. Sugoi! Bikurishita. Scar Brutal has given a gift. 6 gift subs in the channel. Sugoi. Arigato. Scar Brutal. Gift to Rabbit Fire. Very cool. So yeah, let's look at that 4 kanji compound. So Jigo Jitoku. Let's look at the bigger screen here. So I think this is the kind of context here. Getting one's just desserts, getting what you deserve, paying for one's mistakes. Sugoi. Let's get some dragon hype in the chat for the new dragon that's been summoned. Momomo. Get some Mo hype. あ、こんばんは。So yeah, even though this is not listed here in the dictionary as a common word, it's fairly common. Paying for your mistakes, is what they said there. Much more. Alright, let's continue.
自業自得や。
そんなこと言ってる場合じゃないだろ。
Yeah, basically. It's an idiom? Yeah, more or less, it's a saying. And a common one. Rue 3K has also summoned a dragon. Who dis? Who dis? It's a dragon. Yokoso. Japanese custom. Rue. Welcome. Let's get some more Mo hype in chat. Holy buckets. We got another dragon. What is happening? We got 15 viewers. We got 3 dragons. That's pretty good odds. Dragon Tachi. Yokoso. Japanese questへ. Dragon to tomo ni boken shiyouze. The adventure continues, plus 3 dragons. Let's go. Ikuzo. Matsuri kamo. Matsuri kamo. So yeah. Rabbit says here, Matsuri ka. So Matsuri means festival. Is it some kind of festival with all these dragons? Almost like fireworks flying? It might be. It might be. Let's begin. Anyway. Scar Brutal again with the gift sub. Sugoi. Yasashii ne. Sa, korekara mo. Bouken shiyou. The journey continues. Let's go.
スペルビアにその気はなかったの。
Ah. So yeah, it seems like Spedibia, they did not want this war.
だよね。
そのコアクリスタルは
Okay, so he's freaking out. Why is he freaking out? Because this long thing here in katakana, core, so core, crystal, so core crystal. So he sees this core crystal. It's kind of like her earring, but it's in her chest, of course. Because she is not a human, she is in fact the Holy Grail. She just looks like a human, but she is the Tendo Zeihai, which means Holy Grail.
お前が天の
答えて。
Buckets. You talking about buckets again, Rue? We learned about buckets back in Breath of the Wild. And we actually, one of our emotes for 3rd tier is Bucket. No one has it except for me, but that is the Bucket emote. His name is Buckets. Buckets. So does name Buckets. That's true.
そうだ
Soda.
光
Hikari?
スペルビアとインビディアが戦って得するもの。
Okay, so now she's getting down to the mystery here. She's kind of a detective. Toku suru mono wa dare? So the important thing here, dare. So who is the one that profits from this war? So toku suru means to profit or to gain. So who gains from a war between these two countries? To means between. So between these two countries. Tatakao, to fight. So tatakatte toku suru mono wa dare? So who gains? That is the question. And I'm just going to make a wild guess. Probably the villain of the game.
は誰？
得するものって
Who gains? You mean, could it be? Masaka. Here's a useful word. Masaka. And by the way, have we learned that yet? If we haven't learned that, that could be a good one to add. We've seen a couple good words today. We saw this. We saw yakusoku for promise. Any other words we saw today we can add to our power level. We're trying to focus on powering up when we stream recently, since we have a tool now that can make these titles at the bottom a lot more easily. So masaka means something like something unexpected, or something that's an emergency, or like yeah, you can't see it, but you like I never, this kind of surprised exclamation. Masaka, really? It couldn't be. Or like masaka no toki. Toki means time, so in a time of need, so like in a time of emergency. Let's see here.
まさか
シンタ
Yeah, you're right, Rue. I did say holy buckets, and you just translated into Japanese.
ちイーラか
So you mean Shin or Ida. So Ida is kind of the evil, in this game, the villain organization. And then someone, probably this Byakko over here, is saying, Kanose wa arimasu. So kanose means possibility. So that is possible. There is a possibility. Since we saw the scene, we know the possibility is in fact 100%. Masakari. Hatchet. So if we keep going down, Masakaki evergreen, Masakari, the height of, the middle of, but also battle axe or hatchet. So that's the word Rabbit Fire is talking about there. Masakari, broad axe, battle axe, hatchet. Let's not add that. That is a word I'm not familiar with myself. 全然知らない。その言葉。いらないよ。でも、教えてくれてありがとう。But thank you for teaching us. We always like to learn more. This actually is a word I saw earlier today. Masaka-sama. Head over heels.
可能性はありますもん
I was wrong about who said that. I should have known. There's mo at the end. You know that a nopon or the robot's going to say it.
どうやって
But how?
やっぱりただの事故か
So, Tora should not be a detective because Tora is saying, so it must have just been an accident. So Jiko, accident. So it's just like a coincidence. Or an accident. Nope.
かもしれないもんご主人
Master.
それならその方がいいさ
If that's the case, then good.
頼むメレフ特別執権官機構の力で
So please, help with your power.
事を収めてくれ
今さらだなローデリヒ
So now you want my help.
が傍観するわけにもい
At the same time, I can't just look and do nothing.
かんか川口氏
はい
メレフ
今回の件東国の問題だ
So this incident, this is my country's problem. Alfalfa said I'm very late because my computer didn't tell me you were live. Shinjirai. You just missed it. We just had a bunch of dragons that were summoned. Bikurishita. But yeah, you're not that late. We only started about 45 minutes ago. So welcome. Good to see you. So right now, there is a war that seems to be starting, and we're going to see how we deal with that.
お前たちの力を借りるわけに
So I can't have you guys help me. Yeah, Rue, good word you wrote there. If we don't have that word in our vocab list, we could add it. Jiko, accident. And that other word we looked at, yakusoku, promise, we could add. I'm not sure if we have them or not, but let's keep going for now.
はいかん
トラの言うようにただの事故
So yeah, if it is just an
な
accident.
らね。でも、もし
So demo. It's always important to know when there's a transition in the sentence. Demo. So but. So it's an accident, but what if it's not? But if they are involved, then we are related. So he's saying mondai, problem. And then ore. So ore means me if you're like a young man. Ore tachi no mondai. So this is our problem if they are involved, if the villain is involved. Yeah, demo, but it is a word we've learned, but yeah, good to write it there. Let us continue.
あいつらが関わってるなら、それは俺たちの問題でもあるんじゃない？
だが
But
給水塔の修理代分くらいは。
you could at least let us work off the price of that the water tower we destroyed. They brought it up earlier. Now we're saying, help, let us help. We can work it off.
働かせてよ。いいだろ。
So ore, that's a good word. That's a word we may not have in our vocab, but we do see all the time. If we don't have that, along with jiko, ore, yakusoku, those are words we could think of adding today.
言うと思った。
ボン、律儀。
Bon, lichigi. So lichigi kind of means you're very honest and straightforward. Yeah, Ru says also there is shikashi, meaning like however. Yeah, we learned I think 3 words for but at one point. We learned demo, but, ga, but, and kedo, but. All can mean but or however. And then Scar Brutal says, Sensei, how do I not confuse the ni and the de? Good question. And I wouldn't say there's any magical answer, but in general, ni points to a place something is going, whereas de is a place of action or a means of doing something. So de is more doing something with something or doing something in a place. But to be honest, the way I'm explaining it probably is a little confusing. The best way probably is to just get lots of more context and exposure. And actually, now that you mentioned de and ni, we can kind of look at it case by case as we see it in the games today. Because that could be a useful question for other people watching too. So let's look at ni and de going forward.
やの
すまない。お前たちの力借りら
I'm sorry. So your power. Chikara means power. So can I please, can you lend me your power?
れるか。
当たり前だろ。
ええ、もちろん。
Of course.
私も行きます。
I will go as well.
ファン。テンペランティアで暴走。
Okay. So here we see the day particle that was just brought up by Scar Brutal over there. So in this case, can anyone see what the day is used for? I feel like once in a while, if I don't explain it right away, give people a bit of time to think how it's being used, might be a useful exercise. So in that case, the verb here is bolso, which might be unfamiliar for people, but bolso is like freaking out on a rampage. So something's on a rampage, and this is a place. This is where the war is maybe starting, in Temperantia. And so we're saying Temperantia de. So the place of this rampage, the place of this freaking out, the day here marks the place of action. It's marking the scene where this is action. And you wouldn't use ni here, because the place of action marking it as the scene of where this is taking place, you would use de. If you're saying you want to go to Temperantia, you could use ni. For example, you'd say, let's say we cross this out. Let's cross this part out. And if we say Temperantia ni iku, then we can say we're going to go to Temperantia, which we will be doing soon, by the way, to stop this war. We can say ni iku. So pointing to a direction to a place like that is ni, but more of a fixed place, where I wouldn't use an arrow, but more just a place that something is taking place. For that, you would use de. Probably a little confusing, but hopefully might make a little sense in context as we keep going. So yeah, the thing freaking out is a Titan weapon. So my power is not for just blades. It can work on Titans as well. And here we see ni. So ni can mean like 4 or 2. So in this case, we're talking about Titans. And imagine this kind of Titan weapon, right? So this is the Titan weapon. And he's got like a laser beam coming out of his head, right? And she's saying, Arusu ni mo. So the mo here means also. And the ni is saying, Arusu ni. So 2 or like 4 Titans as well. My power works. Her power gets them to stop using their weapons. It basically makes them power down. So this ni is kind of pointing for this Titan. My power works. So I should come along. You'll notice ni has many uses. Rue, I like it. Oyaku ni tateru. So again we see ni. So ni is also used in very many different just verb expressions. This one, oyaku ni tatsu, means to be useful. So in this case, it just means oyaku ni tatsu means to be useful. So I can definitely be useful in some way. Yufu says, I'm new to this Twitch channel. How do I go about catching up to where you guys are? To be honest, I may not recommend it because it would mean watching like 500 hours of past streams. If you wanted to watch and jump through some of it, though, you could find our old videos either on Twitch or on YouTube and sort them. For example, on YouTube, you could sort by date, and the earliest one to now would be about a year long of streaming. We took some breaks because there were some injuries and things with me. Akira Sensei, the teacher here, I was bit by a spider and other adventures in real life that stopped it for a while. But if you search on YouTube, you can find old videos and you could jump around or watch all of it if you're super hardcore. But you could also look at the list of words we've encountered so far, or the sentences we've encountered so far, that are linked in the power level section on our Twitch page. And Nicholas, konnichiwa. By the way, yokoso, Japanese Quest. Welcome to Japanese Quest. I am Akira Sensei. I'm a Japanese teacher in the US. This is a channel for teaching Japanese through Japanese games. And it's kind of experimental. It probably has its ups and downs, but the hope is to teach Japanese in context, which is something often lacking in Japanese classes. And especially in the context of Japanese games, which is kind of the fun of it here. And by the way, Kayam, thank you for the follow. We got a new party member. Let's go. Ikuzo. Also, I feel like I must go. So one tricky thing about Japanese is the form of saying I have to do something, because it's kind of a mouthful. And there's different ways to do it, but this whole thing here means I must do this verb. Watashi ga, so I. Ikanakute wa naranai, so I must go. Again, we talked about going to Temperantia. She's saying she must go. I have that premonition, that feeling.
そんな予感がするんです。ファンレノルン、あなた。
あなた、you. よし。So how far are we going? 1, 2, 3, 4. So Rue 3K, yeah, thanks for linking our word spreadsheet. We've made a lot of progress so far. And by the way, we will add some more words today. We've discussed some of the words. I'm not sure if we've learned some of them already, though. Sometimes people in chat are nice enough to look up if we have some of the words already, but sometimes it's certainly optional. I can look them up later.
で、なんでカメちゃんまでついてくるわ。
So Kame-chan, why are you coming along? So this guy hasn't officially joined our group yet, so this is why we're talking to him here.
Okay.
なんかおもろそうやんけ。
He's saying, seems interesting. By the way, this guy talks kind of strange. He uses like a Kansai accent for like the Osaka region in Japan. So yeah, thank you, Alpha. Anande, why?
遊びじゃないんだ。
Asobi. So asobi means just play, playing. And then janai means not. So we're not just playing around. This is not a game. Because he's always kind of joking around. But this is war we're talking about here. Although, we are playing a game. Kind of. So I heard the rumors about Ida, this group that might be involved.
ようさんコアクリスタルを集めてるんや。
So we heard they're gathering core crystals.
それにな、
Also,
ワイらも無関係やん。
also I'm not unrelated. So let's break this down a bit, because he's kind of saying it with a lot of meaning to what he's saying. So kanke means related, some kind of relation. And then mu means no, or like negating. So mu kanke means not related. So he's saying I'm not related, meaning he is related to what's going on. Shori says, I often find Haishin and Wholesale in terms of live streaming. Is it correct to say, you mean Storimu in katakana? Yeah, I believe you can use Storimu as well. The one I see the most is the first one you wrote, Haishin. I see that one often on Twitter when Japanese people go live. So I feel like that's the one I see the most. Sometimes people in chat say they see Hosol a lot as well. But my feeling is I see the first one, Haishin, the most. And I've been doing this a year to give you some context with that. Have not streamed before that, really. Yep, that's right, Rue.
なんや。イーラって名がほんまやったら。
So yeah, if they are truly Ida, if that's truly their name. So he has some history he's hinting at. We don't know what it is. But I do want to briefly mention this character has a light bulb on her head. But not only that, her shoulder socket is a light bulb. I want you to think about how that works mechanically. Imagine right now if your shoulder was in fact a light bulb, how that would make you feel. Does it light up when you have an idea? Think about it.
カメちゃん。
Kame-chan, she feels that he has some kind of deep, dark secrets, perhaps. So here we go. Q Colt. So we are now rushing to Temperantia to stop this war, or to find out what's going on. Let's try to find a sentence as well to add to our sentence deck today. And some words, hopefully.
たった今我が軍のアルス兵器が
So just now, our Titan weapon.
中央干渉線を越えたと
It is now past the center mark of the neutral zone.
の報が入りました。
We received that report.
現在、毎時
So genzai, so now, maiji. So mai, you might have seen from like mainichi, every day, but maiji, ji means hour, so it means every hour it's going 40 kiruto. I think that's like a special thing for this universe. It's similar to kilograms, or like, not kilometers. Sorry about that. So it's currently invading into the other person's domain.
40キリトで進行中です。そうか。先回りをし。
Soka. So if that's the case, let's try to beat them to where they're going.
船をつけられる場所はあるか
Is there a place it seems like we could land?
付近に入り江があります。
Okay, so nearby there is an inlet.
そこからなら
So Rue, what are you saying there? I feel like that's a name for some anime character or something.
進路上の崖の上に出られるはずです。
So in that case, there's a cliff we may be able to get to it from.
そこでいい。
So, soko de i. So again, we see de. Earlier, people asked about de, so let's look at de. So soko means there, that place, and then i means good. So soko de i. Tanomu. So that place is good. Let's go there. Again, de is marking the place of action. So we're talking about a cliff, maybe a cliff, like let's say it's here. We're going to try to get to this cliff to get to the warship. And then we're saying, soko de i. So at that place might be good. Or they may be talking about the inlet, actually. So it's inlet, soko de i. Ah, Shorty. Yokoso. Japanese Questへ.
了解しました。
Understood. Apparently I wrote the word for quilt. Nice. I kind of like the idea of learning a language completely through just trial and error and just writing random words in chat. Here we go. Temparantia. The continent that tells you you're getting towards the end of the game because it's so desolate. Anytime you get to a continent like this, you know that stuff's getting real. Because there's no vegetation whatsoever. No green. Hidoi. Terrible. So it seems like they didn't even have a chance to defend themselves. So to defend yourself, to resist, it's an important word. Teiko. Teiko suru. To make it into a verb, you add suru. Teiko suru. And he's saying here, it seems like they didn't even have a chance to do that. Ah, here they are. Over there. Abunai. So here's some good, just quick words. If you ever need to like yell out to people when you're in Japan because there's some kind of a kaiju attacking or something, you never know. You can say things like Abunai. Dangerous. If we don't have that word, let's add it. I think we do. This one though we may not. Sakeru means to avoid. So sakete. Let's dodge. Or it might be yokete actually. There's different ways to say it. Yeah, I think it's yokete.
Mina!
Everyone! Are you okay? Yeah, Alfalfa, good word. So mina, everyone, and then buji, safe. Is everyone okay? And the way I yelled out mina there made me need to drink more water. Chotto matte. I think I might put my desk up as well, so see if you can hear the desk rising as I take this drink. Chotto matte. Ah, oishii. Why is there two ways to say to avoid? Because Japanese is just that fun. A lot of kanji have multiple ways to pronounce them, different variants. Some of them are often similar, some of them are different sometimes too. Sometimes there's subtleties, different shades of meaning, different contexts where you use each one. You kind of have to just learn through context which one is used where. Good question. The fun of language never ends. That's the true answer. It's like a puzzle that keeps going on, a journey that keeps going on your whole life. Sa. Let's continue that journey. Ikimashou. Yeah, that's the fun of Japanese. You can kind of imagine, as I often do, I love puzzles, like the jigsaw puzzles. And you imagine a puzzle piece, right? It's got these different knobs and these different sockets, kind of, right? You've got this puzzle piece here. And I like to kind of imagine that as a metaphor for language. First thing you do, what do you do when you do a puzzle? You, of course, flip over the pieces. So you flip that piece over, and I like to think of that as a metaphor for words. So the first thing you can kind of maybe learn what a word is, like this word here, buji. So we have bu, buji. It means safe or being okay. So you flip that puzzle piece over, and so basically what you have with Japanese, you have a 10,000 plus piece puzzle. So we have pieces, 10,000 plus, but it's even more complex than just a puzzle, because once you have a puzzle, you put two pieces together, right? Those pieces don't change again. But the fun of language, these pieces don't just have one thing they connect to. They can like be taken out, connected with something else, and there are essentially infinite puzzles that you can make with the puzzle pieces. Other people can make puzzles. They're called books. You can make them too. Just a sentence, tiny little puzzle. You can make a 5-piece puzzle. It's very cool. It's unending puzzle of fun that we can all have together here. Let's continue.
無事か。
ああ、なんとかな。
Somehow or other, we're okay. Not good.
止めないと。
でもどうやっ
If we don't stop him. Demo! Again, we see demo. But how? どうやって? How can we stop them? Elphaba said, I'm ready for the never-ending puzzle pieces. Yeah, it's fun, because, I mean, people who like puzzles, they keep doing new puzzles. In language, if you just study a language, you don't even need to buy the puzzles. You got that puzzle right in front of you with the internet and the language and, different sources as much as you want. It's out there. And you can start making your own puzzles. That's when it gets fun, too.
背中の上にスペルビア製の補助駆動機が。
So on its back is a kind of control drive.
そこから各足へと伸びるケーブルを。
And from that drive, you might say the drive is here, I want to say. And there's a cable to each of the legs. So maybe there's a leg here, maybe a leg here, maybe a leg here. And then ashi here means leg. Nobiru means to extend to each leg. And then in katakana, of course, keiburu. We got a cable. So if we cut that, then we can shut this thing down. Setsudan is to sever, to cut. And then this ba form means if you do something, then something else. So setsudan sureba. So if we cut that, and this part here is just implied. So if we cut that, then you can imagine what will happen. Sometimes it doesn't need to be stated. So Nicholas says, language is the key to world peace. I honestly kind of agree, and that's kind of part of why I do language teaching. I kind of got the same sense when I first started learning Japanese, and actually when I lived in Japan, is if everyone just lived in another country for a number of years and learned their language, I think you'd have a lot less wars. Probably not, you're never going to get to like a zero war or a zero bad things situation. But if everyone learned another culture, another language, another way of looking at the world, I agree with you. Perhaps it could be stopped. What? And perhaps if we had more dragons, more peaceful dragons flying around, spreading language, puzzle pieces from their talons, then, maybe then, we could have world peace. Heiwa, by the way, is the word for peace in Japanese. Subscribe, arigato. Now you have the stamp of the cat, the mark of the cat. You've gained cat powers. You can see that kanji by your name. Yosha! Ikimashou. Folks said, I'd sure like another sub, but I don't have the money at the moment. Do not worry about it at all. Subbing is completely optional. We are on this journey, one way or another. The dragons, they just rain down more hype, but completely optional. Let us continue.
切断すればエ
Ikimashou.
ネルギーの供給が断たれ停止する。
光様のお力で破壊はできないの。
So can we destroy it with the power of Hikari? Yeah, thanks for Roof for writing that word. Heiwa. Peace. Good word. Whoa! Alfalfa has summoned a dragon. Suge. Star Brutal is on fire for Japanese today. Suge. Bikurishita. Doragon ga ippaimasu ne. No, it's a good thing. Because, hype for language is a rare thing. And these dragons that you're summoning, and other people have summoned today, bring hype to Japanese language on Twitch. And I'm not saying, like, to me, money is kind of a meaningless concept. I honestly don't really care about it very much. To me, it's kind of about, I don't know, what you do. That's what's important in life. But theoretically, let's just say theoretically, suddenly we had like ninja level viewers on this channel. And theoretically, all those people summoned a dragon, and we had theoretically, I don't know, 1 million subscriptions, just for argument's sake. I mean, yes, that would mean that we're getting some funding for Japanese Quest, but on the other hand, suddenly dozens of other Japanese teachers would appear on Twitch, and it wouldn't be, just me teaching Japanese on Twitch. There'd be this person, that person, that person. Some of them would be really good. So the more hype, the more subscriptions for Japanese language on Twitch, the better. So, subscribe. Arigato. It is a win-win when the dragons are summoned. I don't know who both those wins were for, but they're for someone. Let's continue.
そうですか。
それだ。
By the way, I'm not saying by any means that anyone needs to subscribe 1 million times or something like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying ideally 1 million different people. Let's just be clear. All right.
確かに破壊することは可能。
So tashikani. So certainly it is possible to destroy it.
だろう。ただしこの辺り一帯が消し済みとなるのと引き換
But then this whole area would be destroyed.
えにな。
どういうことや。
以前読んだ報告書によると、あの兵器の主兵装はガス化させたアルスの体液を。
Alright, so this kind of frame you see here on this weapon is, it's like, it uses gas from, like, the body of the Titan to power itself, so it's very unstable, in other words.
利用したものらしい。
So if we just destroy it, it will explode.
兵器は非常に不安定となり、
So yeah, the key word here, fuante. So ante means stable, fuante, unstable. So become very unstable if we just shoot giant laser beams from the sky, which is what Hikari here does. So yeah, let's not do that, because we might all explode then.
少しの衝撃や熱量で大爆発を引き起
Yeah,
こ
big
す。
explosion.
実際、3ヶ月前にここで大規模な爆発
So actually 3 months ago there was a big explosion accident that happened.
事故が起きている。
知らずに撃ってたら大変なことに。
So if we had not known that and attacked, then it could have been bad.
なってたわね。
なぜそのような危険な
So why in the world would they use such a dangerous weapon? That's a very, very good question. And I actually think this is a good sentence for us to learn today, because this is a nice looking sentence. Let's break it down. I'll first look at the kanji. So anyone who would like to write it, try writing this. We can write this sentence, add it to our Chronicle of Japanese Quest, and oh no, looks like our connection is having some problems. So I just saw my connection go red for a moment. Is the connection okay? 大丈夫かな、ストリームは。大丈夫じゃないかも。Anyway, if you are still there, and if it's someone still watching, still listening, the goal is to write this sentence, add it to our sentence chronicle. So the words here are kiken, danger. In this case, dangerous. Kiken na heiki. So heiki means weapon. Kiken means danger. So dangerous weapon. So it's something about a dangerous weapon. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back, and hopefully when I get back, someone might be able to write this. And we can add it to our sentence chronicle, and I'll break down this in more detail, looking at the grammar, how all the words fit together. I'll be right back after a short break. 行ってきます。できれば書いてください。お願いします。ただいま。よし。なぜそのような危険な兵器を So why in the world are you using that dangerous of a weapon? So that's what it means. Alfalfa Scout wrote it. It looks right. Let's add it to our sentence chronicle, and let's maybe erase all of this. Looks good. Let's break this down a little bit more, but let's first get the sound of unlocking that sentence, since Alfalfa was able to write it. Sentence is now unlocked in our minds, in our hearts, in our Japanese Quest Chronicle. So, naze, why? Sono, that. Sono yona, so like that. So, naze sono yona kiken na heiki o? So, why would you use a dangerous weapon like that? Very good question. You can expect good questions from Byakko, the voice of reason in this game. So the keywords, let's imagine, if you just cross out some words, would you still understand it? Let's see how many words we'd have to cross out to not understand this sentence. Let's cross out this part, sono. Do we still understand it? Naze kiken na heiki o? So yeah, we could cut out this whole part and still really understand it. So naze kiken na heiki o? So why would you use a dangerous weapon? What if we cut this part out? So naze heiki o? In this case, it would just be, why are you using a weapon? So different meaning. Helps to have that dangerous part. Or what if you just had naze? He could just say that. Why? Why would you make a dangerous weapon like that? Naze. Useful word. Naze. Okay. Let's continue. Wait a minute. I was supposed to copy and paste that, but I messed up. I did not do my thing earlier. So, maybe I'll do that later. Yeah, let's keep going.
兵器を
ヨシンバ敵陣中で撃破されたとしても敵もろとも殲滅
So even if someone attacked, the enemy as well, everyone would be destroyed. So that's why.
できるそういう設計思想なんだそう
So that was the plan for developing a weapon like that. If they attack, they will die.
考えたやつの正気を
And I agree with this statement. Shoki, sanity. Utagao, to doubt. So I doubt the sanity of whoever came up with that weapon. I would agree. It's kind of like you have a military base and you just fill it with bombs that you can't use but just explode if they attack. Kind of strange.
疑うわ
だからこそ陛下から中止が厳命され
So that's exactly why the Emperor said we should stop making that kind of weapon.
乗ってるやつを引きずり出せないの
操作層は10層もの強化装甲で
So can we take the person out who's controlling it? And they're saying there's like 10 layers of armor, reinforced armor on this thing.
守られている外から入ることも破壊
Yeah, entering or destroying it is difficult. So let's see. We often see Mo because we have this character who says Mo. Mo. So Mo also can be used for meaning also. So to enter from the outside, Mo. To destroy also, to enter also is muzikashi, difficult. And then koto makes all of this into a noun. So soto kara hairu koto, so entering from the outside. Hakkai suru koto mo. So these are big noun phrases because of the koto here. Soto kara hairu koto mo, hakkai suru koto mo, muzikashi. Muzikashi, difficult.
することも難しいだが駆動機のケーブルは全てが装甲で覆われているわけ
Okay, but not all of it is covered with armor, not all the cables and things.
ではない。
やるとしたらそこしかない
So if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it there. Take out those cables.
か。
どうやって背中に飛び
So how do we jump onto its back? Seinaka, back, works for people, Nopons, and giant titans.
映るもん この少し先、崖がせり出している場所が
So there's a cliff jutting out over there. And then yeah, doyate, how. So gake, cliff, is jutting out. Seridashiteru. Then basho, a place. So there's a place where this cliff is jutting out.
あるわ。そこからなら
I remember running there in game, it sucked.
背中に飛び移れると思う。
じゃがタイミングを誤ればが
But if we mess up the timing, we'll fall off the cliff, landing at the bottom of the cliff, head over heels.
秋下へと真っ逆さまじゃぞ。
しかも攻撃をかいくぐってとなると死な
Yeah, and to kind of avoid all of the attacks will be difficult as well. Rue, yeah, I have, and I've had it suggested by other people. I also had one Japanese person say that I shouldn't play it because it's, I don't know, bad for some reason. I don't know why. I haven't played it, but
の技ですね
he said you definitely shouldn't play it because, I don't know, something is bad about the game. What's the game about anyway? Watashi ga yarimasu. So someone's saying I will do it.
私がやります。
ファンさん
私の力でアルスの動きを止めている隙に
So I can stop the Titan with my power, then you can jump on the back. Murder? Yeah, maybe he doesn't like murder. Some people might not be into murder.
皆様はアルスの背に
Must be that.
ファンさん
Or something.
分かったでも無茶はなしだぜ
So understood. But don't do anything reckless.
承知し
Yeah, this whole like operation is reckless. We're gonna jump off a cliff onto the back of a Titan. And we're talking to her about being reckless? Alright.
よし急ごう
Isogo, let's hurry. Okay, let's do this. Ooh. I didn't know this, but Megami means goddess. Apparently we got a goddess here in our party. Megami no utagoe. So the voice, the singing voice of the goddess. So Rue says of Danganronpa, basically like a murder mystery like game. People keep getting killed. So Rue, I think there's like, what's it, like 3 of them? Have you played all of them? Which one did you play? And how did you like it? You must have played in English then, which means they must have it in English as well as Japanese.
もう少しだ
A little bit more.
これじゃ近づけない
So if we're gonna be attacked like this, we can't get any closer. So Rue says only watched some of them on Twitch. I have not played. Okay. Yeah, I watched a bit on Twitch myself.
私が
ファンさん
I will go.
任せましょう
So leave it to her. Daijoubu. So daijoubu means it's okay, and then yo, kind of reassuring, it's okay. Kanojo means her, and then nara. So if it's her, then it's gonna be okay.
大丈夫よ彼女なら
Let's do this. Yeah, it's like a giant EMP for these
今だ
titans.
行くぞあああれを叩き切れば
If only we break that. And here's a
独立稼働
really annoying boss that I'm glad we don't have to fight right now, because in the game he killed us, I think, and totally sucked. I think he killed me like 2 or 3 times too. I sucked at this guy. So we have like an independently activated defense device
子
here.
があるとはな。我がスペルビアの技術。恐れ入れ。
Yeah, some scary technology that she has in her country at Spedibia.
しょうもないもん作りよってからに。
文句はあと来るよ。
So the complaints can be after. Let's do this. And we will skip that battle. Yosh. And here we go. Enter Shin. But let's think, have we learned any words yet? We did one sentence today. I did not put it in our sentence chronicle yet. I will later. But let's think about what words have we seen today. We've seen some words. Let's see if we haven't added some of these. Can we think back on any words we saw today? Or that people wrote? Let's consider adding or checking on some of those. What about... One of the first words we saw today was yakusoku, promise. Yakusoku. So we do not have yakusoku, and I'm thinking that's a good word to add. Very basic concept and word in English and Japanese. A promise. Yakusoku. N4 word. Very useful. In the game we saw it in the passive form. So yakusoku sareta, so something that was promised. I think in this case it was promised not to go to war in this neutral zone, but they did. So yakusoku. And you can say yakusoku suru, to promise. Add suru to make it into a verb. But right here it's a noun. So let's add that to our power level, make our power level go up. Here we go. Last time we learned mitomeru, to recognize or to acknowledge someone. Here we have yakusoku, promise. What other words did we see today? Daijobu means are you okay? Yeah. Well, if you kind of have like a rising intonation to it, Ru, to make it sound like a question. Daijobu. Daijobu. You can say it like that and make it sound like a question. I think that's a word we already learned. What other words do we have here? Today, what other words do we see? We saw yakusoku. What else? We saw accident, right? Jiko. Jiko, accident. Let's see if we learned that one already. Jiko. Jiko. We did not learn. So let's add that as well. Jiko, accident. Useful word, also N4. Nicholas says, if only it was possible to translate hentai. What? It's certainly possible to translate hentai. Where have you been Googling? People translate everything. All genres. No genre is spared. If it's got language, it can be translated. To be or not. Yokoso, Japanese Quest. Welcome to Japanese Quest. Currently, we are looking for new words to make our power level go up in Japanese. The goal, of course, over 9,000 fluency. They say you need about 9,000 words to be fluent in a language, so we're on a long journey here to find those words. I'm a Japanese teacher, so I'm hoping to curate a list that is worthy words to learn. We saw this word in game today, jiko. Let's add it to our power level now. So jiko, accident. What other words do we see today? Anyone know? In chat, I can't remember them all myself, but I know we saw some other good words today. We can keep going though. We don't need to find them right now. So yakusoku, promise, jiko, accident. So today we have a war, senso. We have learned that word. We talked about peace, heiwa. We have that as well. So to be or not to be, really great of you. Thank you for doing this. Arigato. これからも一緒に頑張りましょう. We can do our best to learn what we can together. It's kind of a collaboration. It's not just me. It's a hope that we can generate interesting ideas and words to learn, jokes together. That's why anyone who joins is a new party member, even if they just join one time and say hello, even if they, never comment, they are still on this journey in some small way. Any other words today? Yeah, heiwa, good word, Ru. That means peace. I think we learned that already. Let's just do a search to make sure. Hey, what? Yep. Word 222 was peace. And then probably senso as well. Probably when we did this part of the story a year ago when we played the game, we probably learned those words at that time. What other words do we see today? So we have yakusoku, promise, jiko, accident. We did talk about masaka. Yeah, that's a possibility. Light bulb. We did talk about that. It wasn't really in the game, but I joked about the character had a light bulb for a... Yeah, we talked about Haishin, too. Haishin can mean like a stream or a broadcast. I want to say we've learned that, but if not, that could be a good one to learn. Good suggestion. Haishin. So yeah, we did learn that. Can mean to stream or to distribute something. Cool. Let's leave it there for now. Power level is now what? Let's make it go up a bit. Let's look for a few more words if we can. But we're now at 1033. Let's make our power level go up.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
Scouter says our power level is now 1033. Thank you, Nappa, for asking. And we now have a new party member who joined us. So let's quickly draw them. This is the world of Japanese Quest. Our new party member, To Be or Not, has joined us on this journey. So they are also here in this world of a Japanese Quest. Our power level goes up as we find new words like kawa, river, ken, sword. As we gain a new word, we gain a new power. So you can gain a sword here. With the power of language, you gain a word. In the world of Japanese Quest, you now have that power. It's a very strange world. It's a superpower powered by language. Let's continue. It's all very complex and mysterious. Don't ask questions. Just accept it. Let's keep going. Kakuine. Korekara mo ganbaro. By the way, I like your name. To be or not. But it's like the bee. Like the creature bee. I'm imagining a bee who's a philosopher.
Ah, なんとかな。
So we stopped it somehow or other.
やはりお前だ。
As expected. It's you.
シン。
やっぱりね。イーラの主会。
As expected, it's the leader of Ida, Shin.
シンですね。このファンレノルン。アーケディア法を
So I, Fondanonen, do hereby arrest you in the name of the holy, the Pope guy Marubeni.
マルベーニの名のもとにあなたを連行します。
I wonder how that will go.
哀れだな。
Pathetic.
己が何者かも分からずに。
It's pathetic. You have no idea, saying that name, who you're even talking about.
あの男の名を口にする。そのす。
Looking like that. See, he knew her 500 years ago, and she's different now with a different master.
姿で。
あなたは
Anata wa watashi yo. So she's saying, what? Do you know me? She doesn't have her memory of this past time, but he does. So he's saying, or she's saying, anata means you. So you, anata wa watashi yo. And then implied here is some verb like, do you know about me? So like, anata wa watashi o shiteru no ka? Like, do you know about me? Because she wants to know her past, but she doesn't because she's a blade. She like lost her memory with a new master.
私は
天の聖杯。お前も何を涼しい顔でいる。
Tennosei, so the Aegis. Why are you looking? Why do you have such a cool look on your face? don't think you're not related to this.
無関係でいられると思うなよ。
そうね。では教えて。
That's true, but could you please tell me?
かつて私たちと共にメツと戦ったあなた。
The time when I fought with you against Metsu. So this is the kind of important moment here. Metsu is the villain in this game, a different villain. And they fought together against this great threat, trying to destroy the world. So she's saying, Watashi tachi to, so to with, so with us, tomoni, together. So together with us, we fought against Metsu. Why? Why are you with him now? Why are you with Metsu? Why have you gone to the dark side?
なぜ今彼といるのかを。
シンが光たち。
Shin. Shin was with you? See, Rex didn't even know this. Shin was with you?
単純な理由さ。
Very simple reason.
あいつの中にこそ真理があった。
So inside him was the truth. That's it. So very simply, それだけ. それだけ. それ means that. Dake means just, so just that. Because inside him was Shinli, truth. By the way, that word Shinli, have we learned that yet? If we haven't learned that, that could be a good word to learn and possibly add a sentence as well. What do you think? Let's at least look up the word. Shinli, truth. Truth. We have not learned it. Do we want to learn about the truth? I think we do. At least Shin wants us to. His name is Shin, after all. He probably likes things involving Shin, the truth. Shin by itself can mean truth, as you can see here. Shinli, truth. N1 word, common word. But if it's N1, it's not so common, but still common. But yeah, honto is a more common word. This is kind of a more fancy word for truth. For example, honto can be used to say like really? Like honto? Really? In that case, you wouldn't say shinli. No, it's more like talking about like truth, like a deeper truth that we all share. Shinli. For example, if you're talking about philosophy, you might use this word. Truth, goodness, beauty, three of the great virtues, that kind of thing. So here we go. New word. Shinli. Truth. My thought is, if we're learning truth, is there anything else we should learn? Shinli. We could probably go with that for now. I know we did learn real and fake before. Honmono, real, and then nisemono, fake. Yeah, right. Makoto. Kotowari. いいですね. Yeah. So shin can be, yeah, makoto. Truth. And then li can mean like logic, reason. And then kotowari could be pronounced as kotowari as well. Reason, truth, the way of all things. いいですね. And then, yeah, Ru writes uso. It's interesting. So, Ru, you have the kanji for Torah in your name. If you notice, if you look at the kanji for uso, it somewhat is a similar shape to the kanji for tiger. Isn't that kind of strange? You can imagine maybe like a tiger telling a lie, if it helps you remember the shape a little bit. Or maybe it would just confuse you more. Anyway. Let's keep going. Let's maybe not add the sentence, but we can at least add the word. よし。真理は大事なものですね。Truth is an important concept, good to add to our power level. We now have the power of truth. 真理の力、ゲット。
それだけだ。
So this is Metsu, the guy we're talking about, who has truth inside him. So she's saying it doesn't sound so simple as what you're saying. Yidesne, rapid fire son. Good words. Shinli, truth. Kokoro, the mind, the heart, the spirit. Kotowari, reason. Logic. Good words. If those words go together, I wonder. Shinri to kokoro to kotowari. Itsumo issho ni arimasu ka? Are they always together like that?
ではなさそうね。
小賢しいな。
So very cunning.
相変わらず土足で踏み。
So as always, you walk into my house with your muddy shoes. So that's an expression here. I don't think he's literally saying that he's entering his house with muddy shoes. Of course, in Japan, you take off your shoes before you enter someone's house. It's very impolite to do that. To enter with muddy shoes is about the worst thing you could do. So he's saying, as always, you're, meddling in my affairs.
込んでくる。
悪いわね。そういう性格なものだから。
So sorry about that. That's just my personality. Seikaku. Personality. Useful word. That could be a good one to add if we don't have it. I'm not sure if we do have it. If someone could check. Seikaku. Personality. Could be good to add. Not sure on that word. We may have it.
光、まさか真のやつも。
Hikari, could it be Shin as well?
そう。彼もブレイドよ。
Yes, he is a blade.
500年前に滅んだ国。イーラ最強の武。
He was the strongest blade in the country of Ida, the country that's now destroyed.
ブレイド。
自分で沈めておいてよ。
So you're the one who sunk that country, so you really are doing a lot of talking for you being the one who destroyed it.
よく言う。
あいつが。
Him?
誰よりも強く。
More strong than anyone, more kind than anyone. This is a useful way to look at yori, kind of meaning than. So dare yorimo, so more than anyone. Dare means who, but in this phrase, dare yorimo, so more than anyone. Stronger than anyone, more kind than anyone. Dare yorimo tsuyoku. Dare yorimo yasashiku. Ru writes, Jinkaku. Yeah, another word for personality.
誰よりも優しく。そして。
So this is kind of a cool line she's doing here, because she's kind of building up. Often you'll see people say some parts of a thought and then soshite. So he's more powerful than anyone. He's more kind than anyone. Soshite and something else that's more important, the most important thing. So dare yorimo, so more than anyone, and what? Tatakai ga kirai datta. So this is the important concept here. So not only is he kind and the most powerful blade there was, but more than anyone he hated to fight. Tatakai ga kirai datta. So the important thing is past tense. So he hated it, but now he appears to love it because he's killing everyone. He wants to kill all humans. So something must have happened to go from the most peaceful dude on the planet to the most ruthless.
誰よりも戦いが嫌いだった。そのあなたがなぜ？
Why?
原因の一端がお前にあると言った。
So what if I told you that part of the reason is you? The important word here, the cause, genin. So we learned that word a couple weeks ago. We learned genin and kekka, cause and effect. Kekka is effect, genin, cause. If you look at our old words, so we don't have jinkaku. Yeah, we didn't see that one in game. We saw, I believe, seikaku. So we wouldn't add jinkaku. We might add seikaku because it was in the game. But yeah, thanks, Ru, for checking that. But yeah, if you look at our word list, you'll see recently we learned a few words. Let me show you, actually. Easier to show than just talk about it. So we learned a set of words that are kind of around this idea. Genin, cause, kekka, effect. Then we learned some words that are related for telling an argument. So ketsuron is conclusion for an argument. And then I just saw a book that says to make a good argument in a presentation or just to make an argument for a paper or something, or just talking to someone, you should do it in 1 minute. The first step, you start with ketsuron, the conclusion. So say your main point. Then you say the basis, the foundation of your argument, konkyo. And then finally, you give an example. Tatoeba, nani. You give an example. Tatoe means example. And that I actually didn't write here. This is similar to basis, means zente, premise. But I did a tweet today to that effect. Those 3 steps. Conclusion, basis, example. And then if you do the whole argument in 1 minute, if you can't do it in 1 minute, it means you're talking too much. If you can't make your argument in 1 minute, it's a bad argument. So you should be able to crystallize your argument into 1 minute. That's the advice of this book. And I thought it was quite good. So start with the conclusion, the basis, example, and then back to the conclusion. Seikaku, we don't have it. Cool, let's add that. We must gain powers. Let's see here. So we will gain the power of personality. Good to have one of those. So let's see. So seikaku can mean accurate, precise. But that's not what we're learning today. We're learning seikaku, personality, character, disposition, someone's nature. N3 word, common word. So let's add that. Thank you, Ru, for looking that up. And let's power up with the power of this word today. So here today we have yakusoku, promise, jiko, accident, shinri, truth, and then seikaku, personality. Ine. Let's make our power level go up to 1035. Where were we? Power level must go up. Yosh. 強くなったね。あまね。こんにちは。So another streamer has joined. We have a couple streamers here. Several streamers, actually. Ru is a streamer. Amane is a streamer. Rabbit Fire is a streamer as well. So check them out if you want to check out some fellow streamers on Twitch here. Amane. Yeah, Amane, I believe, is studying English as well. Yep. Amane-san, 最近どう？私に？
お前が眠りにつかなければ。
So if you had not gone to sleep, maybe something terrible could have been averted. Amane, I'm pretty good. Good to hear from you as well. I think I saw you streaming fairly recently. How is your English studying going? How are your studies? Rabbit Fire, that you can see in chat there, is also studying English. 英語は難しいですね。一緒に頑張ろう。英語で、日本語で、いろいろ一緒に頑張ろう。 だろうね。難しいね. Yeah, English is difficult, so is Japanese. So together we can help each other. We can become each other's motivation a little bit, hopefully.
やっぱり
Yappari. So he's saying that maybe she would not have. He's implying that maybe someone special to him died. And if she didn't go to sleep for 500 years, like an idiot, then maybe this important person to him would still be alive now. Yeah, Rue, you are completely right. That's why Japanese is so challenging, and vice versa. English is so challenging for Japanese people because the languages are very different. The pronunciation, very different. The words are almost completely different. Unlike some languages, if you learn Spanish, you can probably learn it 5 times faster. So much easier to read. You can open a book, at least the symbols make sense, right? But that's also the fun of it. The challenge is the fun. 難しいからこそ楽しいぞ。
コアクリスタル。
なんて色な
cool crystal.
まるで
It's almost like it's the color of blood, she says. Some kind of cool words here. So chi, very simple word. Chi means blood. And then iro means color. Both good words. If we don't have them, we should add them. I'm pretty sure we have... I don't know. These could be the kind of words that could fall through the crack. I think we have chi. I'm not totally sure if we have ito. I think we have both, but... Almost the color of blood. So desu ne. Demo numa mo. Omoshiroi yo.
血の色
用心をあの色普通ではありません
So yeah, that color is not normal. Everyone's freaking out about the color. Who cares about the color? Everyone's got like purple on their chests and all kinds of stuff. It's just like he's got like a tiny little red and they're all freaking out. All right. So futsu means normal and dewa arimasen negates that. So this is not normal. Futsu dewa arimasen. Rue, thank you so much for looking those up. I thought we probably had both, but I wasn't sure. So we have the color, we have blood, chi, and ito on our list already. Good. Good to have the power of blood and color. Both are important. Ooh.
剣を収めなさい
So please, put away your sword. This may not be successful.
私の力はブレイドの行動の抑制
So my power is controlling the actions of blades.
あなたがブレイドである以上
So if you're a blade, and you are, this power will work on you. You won't be able to do anything.
この力の影響下では動くことすらままならないはず
ブレイドの能力の抑制。
So stopping the ability of blades? What, he doesn't know this yet? She used it before.
じゃあ、あの時も。
So that time too.
試してみるがいい
So why don't you just try it? It seems like maybe it won't work so well on the most powerful blade in the world, outside of possibly the Tendo Seihai, the Holy Grail. Rue, are you dissing Shin's mask? You think it's just plastic? So come on, eh? Makes it easier for people to cosplay, though. Yosh! このチャプターもうすぐ終わりますね So it looks like we just have 3 more scenes, I think, in this chapter. Ichi, ni, san. I think we will leave those until next time. So we will end the stream, rapid fire. Ja, mata ne. We will end stream here as well. So I will say ja, mata. 今日は楽しかった。みんなお疲れ。 So thank you everyone for joining us on this journey today. Thank you again for all of the dragons that were summoned. Subscribe 本当にありがとう。フォローもありがとう。今日はとても楽しかったね。来週も旅をしようぜ。Let's continue the journey next week. And today, who will we host? Let's check. We always like to host someone who's using Japanese on their stream or who's teaching Japanese on their stream. Perhaps this could be cool with Daikon. They're doing an AMA, an Ask Me Anything. So you could ask them, in theory, about like where they learn Japanese. Stuff like that. That could be cool. So Daikon's a really cool streamer. Check them out. Follow them if you're into the kind of stuff they do. They often play all kinds of games, some Japanese games, some others, but they speak Japanese. And yeah, they're a pretty big streamer, so they could have some good things to ask them about. And I believe they have some background living in Japan, possibly. Anyway, let's host Daikon. They have a cool name as well. Daikon, of course, means like the big radish, famous in Japan. Ja! またね、今日は楽しかった。今から大根様をホストします。We will host Daikon from now. We will see you guys next time. じゃ、またね。